Hozay in Hollywood, exposing creeps in town who ain't so good. Where any no-talent hack with a big bulging sack used to be an overnight star. Where a drop of your drawers to studio whores used to get you prime seating in bars. Hozay in Hollywood. They say it's your body, do what you think you should. On his bedpost you're a notch, or kick him in the crotch if they claim they can make you a star. They say I'll make you famous, just open your anus, easy as driving a car. Ho! Ho! Hozay in Hollywood. I speak the truth, it really ain't so good. Despite the Me Too movement, it still needs improvement, even though Harvey's in jail. Piece of shit producers are still abusers, chasing their own piece of tail. Hozay in Hollywood, exposing creeps who ain't so good. So keep your knees together, enjoy this weather, but don't expect any change soon. There will be lots of auditions and changing conditions, and Alec Baldwin is still a buffoon. Ho! Ho! My name is Hozay Smith, and I kick ass.
And here we are, another edition of Hozay in Hollywood.
And they said, Hammerhead, it wouldn't last. Until the money runs out. We'll keep on going. We'll get it done.
Yes, we will. That's Hozay.
And that's the Hammerhead.
And Hozay is here to, like every week, scoop the poop.
Yes, I'm here to scoop the poop, dish the dirt. And what's the other thing?
I think that's it. Scoop the poop, dish the dirt. Oh, and there was a new one.
Yeah. Sling the mud.
At who?
At A-listers, all the way down to game show hosts.
You don't discriminate.
No, I don't. If there's a shot to be taken, I'm taking that shot, and that's what it's all about.
Are you physically, spiritually, mentally, and emotionally prepared?
Yes, Hammerhead. Yes, I am. So just let it fly, and I'll let it fly.
What are we letting fly?
The music.
Oh, right. Yes. And I need to introduce you, right?
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, time now for Hozay in Hollywood. Here now, Hozay Smith. Mr. Smith.
Thank you, Hammerhead. As the Jonas Brothers gear up for their next tour, sources say a growing rift is threatening to tear the band apart yet again after their famous split in 2013 over creative differences. Joe and Nick are the ones selling the tickets, this reporter has been told. They're the fan favorites, the faces, and the voices. But brother Kevin, he's cashing the same check. But let's be honest, the crowd is not exactly chanting his name. Insiders say that despite the trio's squeaky clean image and family above all motto, tensions have reached a breaking point over money, fame, and love. There's real resentment, this reporter has been told. Joe and Nick feel like they're doing all the work while Kevin stinks.
I don't think they said that.
Just leave it alone, would you?
Yeah, all right. What else you got?
All right. Sex and the City drama has resurfaced as executive producer Sarah Jessica Parker was blindsided and furious over longtime co-star Kristen Davis's claim she was pressured to go topless during a season 5 scene. Sarah Jessica is not happy this is coming out now, this reporter has been told. She's just not the face of the franchise, she's the boss, and this could seriously damage her image and the show's legacy. In the meantime, we'd still like to see Kristen Davis naked. Let's see what you got, sweetheart.
No. Would you just just report it? Don't be the cheerleader. You don't need the cheerleader.
No.
We don't need a cheerleader. No. Are we done?
Yeah.
There wasn't a lot of dirt being dished.
No, well, no, that's not true. I dished dirt, Jonas Brothers.
Yeah, I don't get the Jonas Brothers are playing either Dodger Stadium or SoFi Stadium that holds like 75,000 people.
Yeah, they're a big act. I used to get them confused. Jonas Brothers with Joyce Brothers.
Joyce Brothers, the psychologist.
Yes.
How did you get them confused? There are three brothers, Jonas, and she's passed years ago, but I still don't understand. How would you mix up the two?
I'm not that bright. I may look pretty smart, but in truth, it's a little touch and go. And believe me, I've touched and I've gone.
You didn't tell me Dead Lewis was going to be here.
Oh, mate. Bloomin' bloody mate. So sorry, mate.
Dead? Hello, Dead.
Hello, mate. I'm dead.
In so many ways. What have you brought with us for us today?
Oh, mate.
As we know, you have already done a tribute to the Beatles.
Correct.
Frank Sinatra.
Correct.
Burt Bacharach.
Bloomin' bloody Burt Bacharach. Yes, mate. I believe I did.
I'm almost afraid to ask who's stupid. Who?
What?
No. What tribute are you performing for us today?
Oh, mate.
I see you still only know two chords.
3 bloomin' bloody chords. That chord, that chord, that chord, that chord. All right, mate. My bloomin' bloody favorite.
Okay, which is?
Mick, Keith.
Ooh, Stones.
Stones?
Yeah. Mick, Keith, isn't that?
Oh, right, mate. Right.
Can't you play that any better?
I'm sorry, mate. Did you say something?
Yeah. Can't you play that any better?
No. Can't get me no. Can't get me no. Satisfaction. Can't get me no. Satisfaction. Can't get me no. I tried and I tried. Can't get me no satisfaction. Can't get me no.
All right.
What?
What the hell was that?
One of the bloomin' bloody first hits. All right, another one. Hey, you, get off of my cloud. Hey, you, get off of my cloud.
Well, that sucked.
You think so, mate?
Yeah.
Do you think you can bloomin' bloody do any better?
I'm smart enough. I'm smart enough to know not to try.
Well, one more?
Yeah, go ahead. One more.
Fa 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 do 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 fa fa do.
What are you doing every time you do that stupid fa fa do do? What is that?
Tuning my voice, mate. Making sure that the pitch
Like we would know the difference?
Do what I can, mate. All right. Goes running for the shelter of her mother's little helper. Seedling, and your father's seedling wax. Hey, hey, you get off of my cloud. Hey, you get. Can't always get what you want. Can't always get what you want. Can't always get what you want. But if you try some time, you might find you get do. Get what you need.
I'm not sure that Dead Lewis should be making any more appearances on this program, but hey, that's me.
Oh, mate, I think I add a lot to this program, mate.
You do you?
I do.
Every time you're on the show, it's the same thing. You bang on that thing, you don't really play it, you're just banging on it, and you're barking out the lyrics of songs from, classic hits. So what are we supposed to think?
Oh, mate.
Don't give me this oh mate crap. What are we supposed to think?
Doing the best I can, mate. Just a fellow with a guitar. Trying to play for all the birds out there, you know?
Mm-hmm. I thought the expression birds went out in the 60s.
Yeah, well.
You try and bring it back?
Yes, that's what I'm trying to.
And could you kill the reverb?
Oh, yeah, sorry, mate.
Well, are you done?
What did you have in mind?
Yeah, you're done. People ask me occasionally about you, and they say, "Is this guy real? Is he? What is he?"
Oh, sadly, I'm all too real.
Sadly?
Sadly.
Yeah, okay. Maybe if you told us a little bit about your background, maybe we could understand you a little bit better and be, maybe a little bit more sympathetic.
Okay.
And then again, maybe not.
All right, well.
Give it your best shot and we'll let you know.
Okay, yeah, all right. I don't know, my parents.
Okay.
My parents, from the information that we were able to glean during those formative years, were supposed to stop after having 5 children.
Okay.
We can only surmise that either they lost count, couldn't count, or simply didn't care, and after all was said and done, 5 more little Smiths were eventually pumped out.
Okay. Right, because there were 10 children.
Yes, 6 boys, 4 girls, so I had 5 brothers, 3, 4, carry the 1.
We don't need to do the math. 10 is 10.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah. So when my sister Eleanor was born, as child number 7, my father left the family.
Ooh.
Well, sort of. A week after she came home from the hospital, my father evicted our tenants that were living on the other side of the duplex that we owned, and he moved in there by himself.
Okay, a little peace and quiet.
Yeah.
All right, so the whole family was on one side and he was on the other.
Yeah. We'd only see him at dinner or if we owed him money.
He showed up to collect, huh?
Yeah, damn straight.
Okay.
Sometimes he'd pass through our side of the house to issue some new edict that he just thought of, and then he'd retire to his backside.
Okay.
He spent a lot of his time playing cards.
Okay. What game?
Pinochle was his favorite game. And he also followed the ponies.
Okay. You like to bet on the horses?
Well, yeah. When he was feeling generous, he would give us a tip on a horse.
You're all kids.
Yeah.
That wasn't very generous.
Well, at dinner he would look first. He'd look to one side and then the other, and then speaking barely above a whisper, he'd lean in close toward us.
Yeah.
And he'd give us the tip like he was passing along nuclear launch codes.
Okay.
We were all, too young to bet, but of course, when my father felt he needed to show his benevolent side, he had to do that once in a while.
Sure. Okay.
We'd say something like, tomorrow, third race at Pimlico, bet the farm on Simply Sam.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we didn't have a clue as to what he was talking about,
Yeah.
but we always showed our gratitude.
Okay.
So with him living on the other side of the house, we're still not sure how more offspring were spawned. And, more importantly, we don't really want to know.
Sure. I understand.
I mean, none of the final four, including me, even remotely looked like our father.
Okay.
Sometimes a wayward uncle would show up at our house, tossed out by his wife, and my father would take him in, but he'd put him on our side of the house.
Yeah, because he wanted to be alone on the other side of the duplex.
Correct.
Okay.
People used to tell me that all the time I bore a striking resemblance to our mailman. I mean, that's the only logical connection that, we could make.
Okay. All right. Well, you're starting to paint a picture of, we start to understand why you are, why...
I are?
Yeah. Yeah, I'd go that way.
Yeah, well, there was nothing fancy about our house, but it was, nicely maintained in a quiet neighborhood.
Yeah.
Kept us warm and dry.
Mm-hmm.
And with so many boys in the house, the constant and meticulous mowing and weeding and edging of the lawn was a foregone conclusion.
Mm-hmm.
But if you were bad,
Yeah.
my father would punish you by making you go out and mow the lawn with nail clippers.
Oh dear. Mow the lawn with nail clippers?
Yeah,
I can see it might take a while.
you damn straight.
Yeah. Oh, did you ever have to do that?
Yeah, a couple of times, I messed up and out with the nail clippers and, one blade of grass at a time.
Oh dear.
He was also a fanatical Toronto Maple Leafs hockey fan.
Okay.
And my father brought certain aspects of the sport into our home.
Okay.
He once brought in a bunch of 2x4s and scrap pieces of plywood.
Yeah.
And he built a penalty box off to one side in our kitchen.
A penalty box like they have in hockey?
Yeah.
Only it's in your apartment.
Yeah.
Okay. And what did he use it for?
Well, if you misbehaved, you had to go and sit in the penalty box.
In the kitchen?
Correct.
Uh-huh. I mean, in hockey, they give you like 2 minutes for this, 5 minutes for that. How long were you in there?
Oh, you could be in there for days.
Oh, dear. Okay. All right. Continue.
Yeah, so, it was not unusual to be in there for hours, and like I said, sometimes days. You were allowed out only to relieve yourself because he didn't want to, have to smell it when he walked through the kitchen.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
You ate only if there was food left over after everybody else had been fed.
Okay.
And if my father caught you taunting whoever was in the box,
Yeah.
you could easily find yourself in there as well.
Stupid.
You got that right.
Yeah. Okay. How about you? What was it like?
No, I spent more than my fair share of time inside. It was a folding chair. That was my only companion.
Mm-hmm.
You couldn't read or listen to the radio. You just had to sit there.
Mm-hmm. Wow. That's tough.
Yeah, even my mother was forced to sit there on several occasions, my father relenting only when he realized he'd have to make his own dinner.
Oh my God! What a mess.
Oh, you have no idea.
Yeah, obviously not. Yeah. Okay. So what was it like?
Well, my father adamantly refused to buy a full set of dishes.
Okay.
No glasses or utensils.
Okay.
We owned only 4 complete place settings, and the kitchen only had 4 chairs.
Yes, but with 10 children and father and mother, there are 12 people.
That's correct. So we had to eat in shifts.
Okay.
Every month, my father would set up the schedule on when you would eat. First shift, second shift, third shift.
Okay.
He always took the first shift.
Okay. Well, he wanted to make sure there was food.
Yeah. But what was weird is that sometimes we'd find ourselves sitting with siblings we hadn't seen or spoken to in weeks.
Wow. This is It's very sad.
Yes, it was very sad. So, I don't know. Now, my mother,
Yeah.
although not a good cook by anyone's standards, was a whiz with a potato.
Okay.
And she knew how to prepare enough food so that even if you were assigned to the third seating, there would still be something left to eat over.
Okay.
Dinner was orderly and logical. Breakfast, however, was absolute chaos.
Yeah, I can see.
You got nearly a dozen people have to wash, dress, eat, get out of the house, all at roughly the same time.
Yeah.
And it was like, who's eating toast? Who's having cereal? Who's eating waffles?
Always something, huh?
Yeah. Sometimes you couldn't get the right utensil. You'd have to improvise.
Okay. So, such as?
If I was eating cereal for breakfast, I may have gotten the right bowl, but had to make do with a fork.
And the milk?
Yeah, well, you were sucking the milk at the end.
Okay. Whew. Tough situation.
Yeah. We were drinking orange juice directly out of the container. That was the rule, not the exception.
Oh, dear God. Oh, that's awful.
Yeah. One of my brothers suggested paper cups might make things easier, and my father hit him on the head so hard that for a week my brother could only speak a language resembling Romanian.
Oh, dear. There was physical...
Well, yeah, back then, it was okay to,
Yeah, I know.
I think the noise from all of those years running the weaving machines where my father worked, it made him nervous and jumpy, and he would occasionally, react in a kind of a physical manner.
Yeah. Ooh. That's tough.
Yeah, it is. Very tough, but, we did what we could.
Well, thanks for sharing that. That really explains a lot.
Yeah, I thought you'd pick up on that hammerhead.
Anything else you'd like to share?
No, bringing these memories back just,
Well, don't cry.
No.
No, please.
No?
No, please. Please, no crying.
All right, just suck it up, and I'm okay.
All right. Okay, if you'd like to write to us, drop us a note. We'd love to hear from you. Here's our address. It's Chris and Hozay. And the Hozay part, of course, is Hozay. Chris and Hozay at gmail.com. Hozay's autobiography is on sale.
Yes.
You can buy the hard copy at lulu.com. And you can download the same book on barnesandnoble.com.
Yes.
Sony.
Yeah.
And a bunch of others. And the name of the book is?
Well, you do it better than I do.
Corruptus Politicus, A Shallow Man's Guide to Wealth, Cheap Celebrity, and Self-Importance in a Politically Correct World.
Yes. All proceeds from the sale of the book go to me, so, as I've said on numerous occasions,
You can show yourself a good time.
I can, show myself a good time.
Yeah, okay. Hozay in Hollywood is written and performed by Jack Camarda. It is... What's that face?
It's my face.
Stop making a face. It's executive produced by Ron Osborne. We're here once a week. Thank you for hanging with us. This was episode 23.
Yeah, we're almost, we're banging them out like, I don't know what.
Well, hang in there because, we need your input.
Yeah, well, you got it. Just keep sending those checks. Keep them coming.
Yeah. And we'll make it work.
We'll make it work.